takadipi, ajinna takadipi, adinna takadipi, adinna takadipi, adinna takadipi, targadakadipi, targadakadipi, ajinna takadipi, adinna tangadakadakadin tatum, tangadakadakadin tat, takadakadakadin tatum, kadakadakadakadum, 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 kadakadakadakadum.
Hi, this is John, and I hope you enjoyed that music. That's from my group Facing East. The piece is called John Beyond. It's from an album called Facing Beloved, and it featured the South Indian drum masters Subhash Chandran and Ganesh Kumar. My background is I grew up playing music. I was in rock and roll bands, I was playing blues harmonica, but then I got into the flute. This is like 9th grade, and immediately I got into all types of jazz. I was listening to John Coltrane, Miles Davis, Keith Jarrett, Chick Corea, John McLaughlin, the group Oregon, Weather Report, Pat Metheny, on and on. I was a music nut. And of course, like everyone else, I heard the Beatles. We all remember Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and the piece Within You Without You that was totally inspired by the music of India. I noticed that some of my musicians, some of my favorite jazz musicians like John Coltrane and John McLaughlin had taken major influence from the music of India. And then my high school library had one Indian music record, Ravi Shankar, live at the 1967 Monterey Pop Festival. And I was really hooked now. This was such incredible music. I couldn't believe how anyone could improvise that way and go on and on and on, seemingly unending creative ideas, and totally in a modal thing, staying in one scale. And of course, I started to realize that they had learned a certain way, they had practiced a certain way. Really, Indian music is an advanced form of modal music. The ragas, or melodic forms, are very complex and very beautiful. And it's a different kind of concept. When you're in a raga, you stay only on the notes that are within the raga. And there's certain rules of navigating the raga, navigating that scale, a certain way of going, ascending scale, a certain descending scale. In other words, I learned there's all types of rules, but you can learn this music, and it's deeply inspirational. I mean, it's just incredibly beautiful music, but it makes you very strong in these melodic forms, and also the rhythms are incredible. All the different time cycles, all the different mathematics that are just fantastic ideas for composition. And that's really what happened to me. As I started to learn all this Indian music, I started naturally composing music. But the music ended up being a combination of Western elements and Indian music elements. And so I realized that a lot of people probably would appreciate knowing more about these Indian ragas, especially geared towards a musician that's already playing jazz or Western music. So my search finally took me to India, where I met the great Hari Prasad Chaurasia, a great master musician on the bansuri. I'd been playing Western flute. Now I took up bansuri, and I stayed with Hari Prasad for 2 years in India, and then another 12 years I studied with him at the Rotterdam Conservatorium in Holland. So I'm very grateful for all the Eastern musicians I got to play with: Hari Prasad, Chaurasia, Anindo Chatterjee, a great tabla player, Ramesh Mishra, and all the great Western musicians like Larry Coryell, Jack DeJohnette, Howard Levy, Victor Wooten. These have all been people I've really loved playing, and I think it's just, we're basically in a world music environment. So I feel that any way you can strengthen yourself as a musician, learning more intricacies of melody and rhythm that are just extremely advanced in the system of Indian music, the greater musician you're going to be. So I'm offering a special masterclass, Music of India for jazz musicians. And we're going to go deep into some certain ragas and show some sort of parallel things that have happened and how it could be applied in a jazz situation. We can think of John Coltrane, A Love Supreme. The very last part of that recording is a psalm. And that psalm, I remember playing it for my teacher, Hari Prasad Chaurasia, and within a few seconds he just said, Bimpalasi, because it reminded him of Rag Bimpalasi. I mean, it's not exactly Rag Bimpalasi, but it has a lot of similarities. So the point is, this is incredible music to learn, make you a better musician, and just to enjoy the sheer beauty of this music. So I hope to see you, and I hope to hear your response to the Masterclass Music of India for jazz musicians.